Okay, so with this sky, I've faded it a little. Now, if you want, you can keep doing that. Let it dry, go over it again with just pure water, and it will just get softer and softer and softer. There probably is a limit, but you can make it even softer if you like. But you should never do that if it's a really, really strong dark colour, because as soon as it becomes a dark brown or a dark black or even a strong red, it will just, the paint will shift onto the white areas or the other areas and stain, and it will look ugly. So with light colours like yellow or light blue or even a light brown, very light brown, you could probably get away with it. Important thing to remember. So I can't believe I've done all of this painting without using white gouache, but you know, the purists will hate me for this, but I really think white gouache is wonderful stuff, and it can turn an okay painting into a fantastic painting, in my opinion. And what I'm going to do is just a few highlights. So the sun is roughly coming down at this angle, and so I'm just going to do a touch of white here. One of my favorite artists, actually, he really says don't use white paint, and I really don't like being rebellious, I think, but you know, you have to work these things out for yourself. There is a point, people can abuse it and use too much, but I even think using too much of it is good, actually. But they want you to use the whites of the paper, which is very good, and it's a good thing to do, but sometimes it's just not enough, to be honest. And these little touches here just make this figure pop out, yeah? So I leave it up to you if you want to do that or not, but I do. I'm just going to do this dog's tail, and there we go, finished. So I really hope you enjoy painting this picture, and I hope you get good results. If you don't worry, because there are some really difficult things in this painting. It's very difficult to do these colourful trees, very difficult, and it's very difficult to get these fir tree shapes right. It does take time. It's also very difficult to get this lovely light grassy effect, and for it not to be too much or too little. And the path, it takes time to learn dry brush technique. One thing I might do is I might do just a few little highlights of rocks here. I've done a very delicate path here. Sometimes I do a much stronger kind of path. It's just your choice. I think by making the path lighter, though, the good thing is it puts the emphasis here on the figure. So up here it's quite light, here it's quite light, but here we've got this dominance of colour and tone, and that's where we want the eye to go. So we really have to think about things like that. Okay. And I think that's it, more or less. I mean, one thing you can do is you can splatter white gouache on the paper, like that. I'm not sure if people will even notice it, but I think those little glints of white, it's good. That's what you get on a stony path, right? There we go. And a bit more. finished. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and happy painting.